Project managers getting replaced by AI in 2026 aren't the ones who refuse to use it. They're the ones who use it wrong. I've been deep in the AI project management space for the last few years, building workflows, testing tools, and watching what actually works inside real companies. And what I can tell you is this: the PMs who nail these 5 skills in 2026 will be worth more than they've ever been. Those who don't, they'll spend the next year watching someone else half their age and half their salary replace them. By the way, none of these are technical skills. You don't need certification. You don't need to learn code. You just need to start now. Skill number 1, starting with the foundation, context creation. I know the name sounds dry, but this is the one that changes everything. Here's what's actually happening right now. You open ChatGPT, you type, create a project plan. And what comes back is this perfectly formatted, completely generic document that you could use in any company on earth. Yours, your competitors, a bakery in Ohio, same output. And people look at it and say, AI doesn't work for project management. No, you just gave it nothing to work with. Think about it this way. If you hired a brand new PM on your team and one day you said, go build me a project plan, gave them zero context about the project, the team, the budget, the constraints, what would they produce? Garbage. Same thing with AI. The PMs getting insane results right now are doing something real simple. They're collecting everything, every requirement, every decision, every stakeholder conversation. One place, one source of truth. Then they feed the whole context package in AI. And what used to take a full week, charter, scope, SOW, comes back in minutes. I watched a PM at one of the companies I consult for go from spending 8 hours a week on documentation to 45. Same quality, same thoroughness. She just stopped trying to write it all herself and started feeding AI the context it actually needed. Before we go to the second one, every week I break down how AI is actually changing project management, what tools PMs should adopt, what roles are disappearing, and what skills will still matter in 2026. If you don't want to be caught off guard, the newsletter is in the link description. Number 2, and this one's important because it's the difference between a PM who uses AI with confidence and the PM who's secretly terrified they're going to paste the wrong thing into ChatGPT and get fired. Real AI literacy. Not the I watched a YouTube video about it version. The version where your VP asks you, is this safe to use on our project? And you actually have a real answer instead of, I think so. Because right now there are 2 types of PMs. The first type read every scary headline, bought 3 courses, downloaded 12 tools, and accomplished nothing. They're paralyzed. The second type spent an afternoon actually understanding how these models work. And now they're the person everyone on their team goes to when there's an AI question. And it comes down to 5 things. How was the model trained? What data did it use? Where does your information go when you paste it in? How much can it hold in memory at one time? And what happens when you hit those limits? That's it. 5 questions. You can learn answers in a weekend. And once you do, you stop being the PM who's guessing and you start being the PM who knows. That's the person who gets put on important projects. That's the person whose opinion actually carries weight in the room. Now here's one that half the internet says is dead. Prompt engineering. Just talk to it like a person, it'll figure it out. Sure, for simple stuff, but for anything that matters in your actual job, the quality of your prompt is the quality of your output, full stop. Let's make this real. You type, create a project timeline. You get back a template. Looks nice, means nothing. Now you type, we're launching a SaaS product in Q2. We're blocked by a vendor API that's 3 weeks behind. Design handoff keeps slipping. Nobody has agreed on success metrics. Build me a timeline that accounts for all of this. Give the API integration a 3-week buffer because that vendor has missed every deadline so far. And then show me all the dependencies. Completely different output. That's not a template, that's a tool. You bring that to your next meeting and people go, when did you have time to put that together? I've seen project managers become the most valuable person in their department because they learned to give AI real problems instead of vague requests. Everyone else tried it once, got a garbage answer and gave up. Same tool, the only variable was the person using it. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe and hit like. It helps more project managers like you find this content. This is the one that took me the longest to figure out. But once I did, it changed everything about how I manage projects. Tool integration. And here's the deal. No single AI tool does everything. I know that's annoying. In a perfect world, you'd have one platform that handles your whole project. We're not there. Probably won't be next year either. But your stakeholders don't care. They want faster updates, less busy work, and they assume AI should have solved this already. So what do? You learn to connect the dots yourself. The top PMs right now are using Zapier and Make.com to stitch their tools together. They're connecting Claude to Jira through MCP protocols. They're building automations that could have taken a developer 3 days to code, and then they're doing it in 45 minutes. No code, just connecting systems. Real example, stakeholder drops a comment in Monday.com. That comment automatically creates a task, sends it to the right Slack channel, pushes context to everyone who needs it. Nobody had to copy-paste anything. Nobody had to say, hey, did you see this message? It just flows. And here's the competitive reality. The PM who can build that without submitting a ticket to engineering, that's the PM who's not waiting on anybody. They see a bottleneck, they fix it, and they move on. The PM who can't, they're 3 sprints deep in backlog waiting for a developer to have time. And you tell yourself, well, that's just how it works. No, that's how it used to work. Number 5, and this one honestly makes me laugh because 10 years ago, proficient in Microsoft Office was on every resume like it was impressive. Full circle, we're back, especially now that it matters. Google and Microsoft didn't just update their tools. They rebuilt them with AI baked in. And most PMs are paying for these tools right now and using maybe 5% of what they can do. Google built an automation engine inside G Suite. Native, not an add-on. Your meeting notes turn into action items automatically. Project status pulls from your Google Docs. Stakeholder emails fire based on triggers you set. Gemini sits inside Sheets and Docs and Slides ready to generate whatever content you need. Microsoft did the same thing with Copilot. Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Teams, Outlook, all of it. And here's what kills me. You don't need budget approval. You don't need IT to install anything. You don't need permission from anyone. Everything you need to start automating your project work is already on your screen now. That's the lowest barrier to entry on this entire list. And then there's the one I almost didn't include, because this isn't really a skill you learn, it's a muscle you build. The ability to look at specific problems, not textbook problems, not tutorial problems, the actual headaches eating your Tuesday afternoons, and see where AI fits. This requires 2 things that don't actually live in the same person. A deep understanding of how your organization actually runs, the politics, the bottlenecks, the stuff that never makes it onto a slide, and a clear understanding of what AI can realistically do today. Not the demo, not the Twitter clip. What actually works at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday when everything's on fire. When you hold both of those at the same time, you start seeing solutions nobody else sees. You stop being a PM who uses AI and you become the PM who changes how the team works. 6 skills. And I know that feels like a lot when you're already drowning in stand-ups and status reports. So don't learn all 6. Pick the one that hit you the hardest, the one where you thought, yeah, that's my gap. Spend 1 week on it, just one, and see what changes. I've tested 100 tools to find out the best one that can speed up your project management work. Click here to watch below.